Hello and welcome. This is a new segment we're doing of videos where we're actually going to play the games that we are making merchandise for. And I'm going to start with Hellpoint by Cradle Games. This is one of my favorites. I really, really like this game. So, needless to say, I've actually played this demo quite a bit since it was in a much earlier version. So I'm going to start a new game instead of using my totally overpowered character, and I'm going to kind of try to play like I'm doing it for the first time. You know, I'm going to act like I don't know where all the enemies are, and, you know, like I don't know where all the secrets are, and I'm actually not going to show any of the secrets because I don't want to spoil anything. I'm sure my buddies over at Cradle Games will be pleased with that. Okay, I'm just going to do local time, and what those are about is this game actually has a really cool system where your position around the black hole that we just saw there at the title screen determines how the level is generated, basically, and a number of timing-based things that affect gameplay. And so one of those is, you know, where enemies spawn, where objects spawn, what doors open. There are a number of special event doors that open at certain times. And so I just go off local time, which is based off the system clock, whereas those other three options are predetermined starting points. It's just kind of fun to just go off whatever it means, what time it is. Okay, I'm going to start out as a newborn. I'm going to be naked and fearless. My fear is naked. Okay, here we go. Got little handprints on the wall with messages. Yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, call it out if you haven't heard it mentioned before. I mean, you know, obviously this game bears some similarities to the Dark Souls series, but also, you know, it has inspirations from a lot of other games, and it's not, you know, the controls, like you could just see from those messages, are similar in some ways to Dark Souls, but are also different. Like you can jump on command anytime you like. There are a number of other differences. And the theme is, I mean, you're still fighting zombie-looking guys some of the time, but it's in a sort of a dark, occult science fiction setting, and I really, really dig that. You know, I like a lot of fiction and other series that have that style, and so it's a welcome change for me after playing, you know, 4 medieval games and 1 Victorian game by the developers of Demon Souls, and now finally getting a little bit of a change of style and change of setting. I guess I'm not doing that good of a job of acting like I've never played because I just know where all the switches are. Oh, there's always a guy in there. Oh, I also don't have a shield yet, so oh yeah, I just got demolished. So I basically just have to dodge, which I did a really bad job of right there. And it's kind of cool. The character model kind of reminds me of the engineers in Prometheus and Alien Covenant, which I think is pretty neat because it's like I've heard a really good fan theory that the engineers that were shown in Prometheus were, you know, genetically modified for space travel and their specific purpose. And so in this game, you're like a 3D printed person made for space. And so it's kind of a neat little nod to that, though it's not exactly the same. I mean, if you look at the character, it's not like they just took that straight. I'm much scrawnier and I have weird dark circles under my eyes and a thing in the back of my head that I'm not exactly sure what the little circle in the back of my head is. I don't think it's a health bar like in Dead Space. Let me take a shot to the face here and find out. Guess I'm usually wearing a hat. Oh, come on, bro. It must be tweaking the AI right now. Okay. No, my head looks the same. Funny that I never actually noticed. Oh, I can't heal yet. This is going to be brutal. That was a bad decision. It's not like I really have a lot to lose if I don't recover, but I still haven't even gotten to the first rift yet where I'll respawn. You know what? Bye, guys. Oh! Well, that was a brutal failure. Yeah, and I mean, I've seen a number of people complain about the addition of platforming in this game, which is something there's very little of in Souls. There's a little bit, but it's not, and it is a pain. It is way more of a pain than this, honestly. People are just whiners. But I'm just gonna run to that first rift. Oh, no, I'm not. Battle is going badly. Alright. But if you time these right, it's actually really not that bad. And it's, it's pretty well implemented in my opinion, considering just how horrifying it is in Dark Souls. I mean, the platforming, the animations are, they're pretty realistic in Dark Souls, and it's fair in general, I would say, as in animations always produce the same result. But knowing exactly how far you can fall and what you can land on is a huge pain, and it's always incredibly dark. It's not actually that bad at all, timing the jumps in this game. Ah, I can heal myself now. Alright, so basically, yeah, I'm doing a really bad job of pretending like I've never played this game before. But I really wanted to be able to heal myself and save so that this wasn't a really tedious and crappy video. So, as you can see, we'll watch it here, the black hole is moving. You can see it's getting closer to that wall. Now this is one of those doors that opens up at a certain time, and I'm not going to just spell it out, but you can kind of see black hole thingies. I won't, you don't have to think too hard about how that one works. Some of these are a little more obscure though, where you can't actually see the black hole at the time, and so you have to kind of guess what the effect is going to be. And that you can watch, there's a clock you can see up in the upper left corner by my health bar. That tells you what the current phase is. So if you memorize when something happens, if you've seen it happen already, you can count on it to happen again at the same point. Zow. Now it's just like Dark Souls or Fable, where there's nothing in the boxes. Oh, I got a shield. I can be a cowardly person now. And I'm gonna make that my primary, because I'm gonna hide behind my shield a lot while I'm weak. I'm super weak. Another. It's the same weapon I have equipped currently. I hear some big clomping footsteps above me. Big angry demon. Alright, I am not going to take that guy on right now. It is totally possible to fight that guy at starting level, but it would take extreme patience and timing, and I'm just being lazy and trying to record a fun video here. Oh my. Now you will notice you actually regain your, it's not called mana, but the stuff I use to cast magic, you regain that by hitting things, which is really cool because it's like your heals will often be dependent on how aggressive you are, and I find that to be a much cooler way to encourage playing aggressively rather than defensively, as opposed to the way From Software's games do it, where they've just made blocking and shields more and more useless, and they've just, I mean, wearing armor, it's funny, if you calculate out the actual amount of defense you get from armor versus how much of a pain it is to wear, it's completely not worth it. Like, there's about no point in wearing heavy armor in Souls games, and people argue that over and over again, but it's just like, dude, you could just dodge and not get hit and use way less stamina, and you could just dodge all day long, and it's like, as long as you can still take one hit and you can escape easier to heal yourself, that's all you need to do. Just buff up your HP. Oh, don't get hit in the face like that. Here, I'm just gonna like turtle this guy. Oh, I didn't stagger him. I'm too weak. Too weak to stagger. I'm used to being really overpowered and just walking through and smacking these guys in the face, so I actually have to, yeah, play with a little bit of caution. Okay. You guys. So yeah, as you can probably tell, I'm a huge fan of games of this style, and I've said that numerous times. But you know, a lot of people, it's like you couldn't be blamed if Dark Souls was your first ever game like this. But I mean, for me, it's been an evolution that's gone for a very long time. You know, it started with old roguelike games, and now finally progressing where it's branched into numerous genres, including this, which is a combination of, you know, action, RPG, and roguelike, from a third person behind the back perspective. And so it's, you know, and I really like this exact configuration. And you know, I mean, for me it started, well, I would say honestly Phantasy Star Online is probably the first game that kind of had that semi-randomly generated gameplay mixed with memorization of where things were, and you know, grinding for loot and rare items. But, you know, there have been numerous games in between. Like, I remember I actually played Evergrace. I played that a ton, and that's one of the games, actually, that the people that worked on that joined the team that eventually created Demon Souls and led to Dark Souls, which is the one most people played first. You know, of course, before that it was actual roguelike games. But I've also enjoyed a lot of games that were kind of variations on that theme. Like, I played the Fable series, even, you know, past the only really good one, the first one. And I've played many, many other ones that you've probably never played, like Two Worlds 2. I played the heck out of that. Especially the multiplayer mode and its ridiculousness. Oh, Kingdoms of Amalur, that was a good one. Weird. Oh, and Venetica. I gotta do a shout out to Venetica. Like, that game totally would have been great if they would have had an extra $2 million to make that, but I still enjoyed the heck out of it. I think it's really funny that a lot of people panned that game because they never actually got to the point where they, like, it's kind of like Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, where you have to get through the tutorial before you can actually save your game. And so a lot of people just died in the first section and were like, oh, you can't even save your game in this is crap. And it, you know, it turns out it has like a resurrection kind of system very similar to Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. You just have to get through the tutorial section, much like Nier Automata. Oh, I had that free heal coming. I didn't even have to heal myself. Gad nabbit. There, see, I did something like I hadn't played this before. Oh, and it may look a little choppy on my stream. I've been wrestling with drivers and codecs recently. I think I've got it finally pretty well evened out, but this game does actually run perfectly smoothly. It was a little jittery in some of the earlier alphas, but and actually I think this is still pre-alpha, but some of the early versions of this game, it was just a little jittery on certain systems, but it is running completely smooth for me now. Wow, that was a poorly executed attack. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Well done. Well done, Zombie Man. Alright. Okay, now, you know, you might think that you could jump up there, but you can't. Just swing my sword all day long. Actually, I don't actually have that much stamina. I should, you know, go back and spend some of these Axions. And I'm about to get to another breach. Come on, everybody out. Let's get this all done at once. Yeah, I'm doing a terrible job of playing this like I haven't played before. It's kind of impossible because the primary thing that you do in games like this is memorize things. And I do it well, which is, well, you know, some of you that are better at games like this than me might be like, you suck. But good enough that I don't rage quit because I succeed enough of the time. And this game is no joke. Like, it's... It takes a bit to get down the timing. I mean, these guys are just the weak dudes. Like, it's you know, very much like in a Souls game where initially you'll get your butt kicked by just random guys, and then eventually you know, just learn their attack patterns and you can just walk right around them. Which I'm trying not to do too much, but sometimes I'm just like, no, no, you're in my way. Okay, I'm just gonna, wow, I've got, yeah, it's gonna be fun. Okay, so Axions are like the points you use to buy stuff, level yourself up. Well, I mean, you can't really buy stuff. There are no stores in the demo. There are upgrade benches, and you can up your character. And now my phone is just blowing up. Fortunately, I remember to silence it this time. Silence! Okay. I have enough for one more. Foresight will increase item drop. It's like luck, I'm pretty sure. Which will help me get more armor pieces. I'm kind of naked, but it would really be nice. It would be nice to have more everything. Doing it. I need pants. So I probably picked up a few things. Let's see here. Yeah. I got a hat. Well, I got a big piece of metal bolted into my face. But it's kind of like a hat. It's kind of like a beard. The most metal beard. Alright. Who wants to fight? Oh, somebody's shooting at me. Ow! What in the heck? It's not you. Alright, come on. I'm being shot by the invisible man. Unreasonable. In the wall, I see. What's that? Is there a secret door? I don't think there's a secret door there. I think he's just in the wall. Well, you know, once again, this is an extremely early version of this game. Thatch of boxes. And we're back. Oh, now who is it? Oh, come on, invisible guy. Yeah. I'll be back for you. Oh, I was almost a good fall there. I'll take that. There seems to be no one here with me. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, right in me guts. You know what? It's time to run away. You know what? You can continue to live your life there, guy. I'm gonna run away. Oh, some pants. Isn't that... oh no, here we go. Pants. They're not the best pants, but they're pants. Actually, they might be the best pants in this demo. Oh, ho, 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 ho. It's just one of those things that there's no good idea. Well, you know, trap them in the doorway isn't a bad idea. I'm coming in! One thing I also noticed is they made the combos a little easier. I think at one point they were doing a kind of a timing based. It was a little harder to pull off. But now I can just flail on that button. Oh, there's no one to fight. Sometimes, oh. Found someone to talk to. Oh, saw a little glitch there. Pretend I didn't see it. Okie dokie. Oh, a free heal. You shouldn't have. It's quiet. Too quiet. Another mine vessel. So it won't be quiet forever. If I want to, I can put in the vault credential that I already have. Yay! I suppose I could be sprinting. I don't have to take my sweet time. don't know if it's actually possible to make this jump. I really don't think it is. Pretty sure I've never pulled it off. Maybe it is. Give it a shot. Oh, that was a really bad attempt. You know, I think I actually could have done that. Let's try this one more time. Because wouldn't that make this easy? That's funny. I always just gave up and assumed it was impossible and went around. Bye, guys. No, I'm not actually at all ready to take on the boss, so I'll play around with these guys a little longer. Oh man, it's really hard not to show any spoilers in this room without just running right through it. I'm not going to be able to take on the boss, though, if I don't... You know what? I don't have to finish the boss in this demo. Other people have already made videos where they fought the boss. Oh, he fell off. I'm safe up here. You know, I could show you the boss, though, and get annihilated so you can see this game ain't screwing around. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I should just get good. Okay, so I have both vault credentials. I can now open the boss door, though you should... I mean, I'm sure it's possible to take the boss at this level. You could probably do it at starting level. But I am not likely to succeed. I'm not some super ninja. In fact, I get more and more casual. And there, no, hey, there's no big angry demon in here. Lucky me. There's one in here, though. Actually, he seemed to be quite peaceful until I come along. Getting the impression that this is a bad idea. Yeah, anyway, moving on. Well, here we go. Oh, you seem to be a friendly fellow. Yeah, let's pray. I'm down, man. Oh! Oh! Oh my goodness. Yeah, take my tiny bit of damage. In your... Oh, hey, he didn't kill me one off. Wow, nice. They might have actually made this a little easier. That ain't no fun. But as you can see, I do very little damage. Ah. Oh. Don't be mad. Man, I just came in here looking for the bathroom, and you gotta be like this? Oh, put me in my place. Canceled out my heal. Got me in the face. Jumping, not the proper solution. Oh! 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 And that was the end of me. So yeah, even though I've done this many times before, it is no joke, and it's a good idea to hit it at a little bit higher level than that. But yeah, that should give you a pretty good idea what Hellpoint's all about. If you think that looks awesome, yeah, I totally thought that even when it was in a much earlier and rougher state, and now it's a ton of fun to play. I still have a knife. Oh no, that's part of my pants. I always have a knife in me. Yeah, so I really enjoy playing this game. I think it's awesome. I love the aesthetic. I love the gameplay style. I can't wait to see what these guys put in it next. I'm looking forward to every video they release of future content. And I personally backed this one on Kickstarter, like not with work funds. I backed it myself because I totally want to be one of the first people in the alpha and the beta as soon as there is anything new to play. And I'm hoping that that's fairly soon, and as long as the guys over at Cradle Games are cool with us putting up videos of it, I may post future videos with new versions and new content in Hellpoint. But for now, that's it for our first video. Once again, this is Hellpoint by Cradle Games. You can look them up on cradlegames.com. They also have a Kickstarter that's now complete. But actually right now we're working on setting up their web store so that you can buy further merchandise and stuff than what was offered in the Kickstarter, and also in the future buy copies of the game once it's released. So yeah, stay tuned to our various pages and social media as well as theirs for more info on Hellpoint. Signing out.